Can Caleb Plant beat Canelo Alvarez? Now, Canelo Alvarez is not an easy opponent to beat, but we have seen him get beat before by Floyd Mayweather, and we've seen him in some very close fights before that arguably people can say he lost and some say he won, but they were close fights. And, you can beat Canelo. Any man can be beat. And, I think there's a specific way Caleb Plant has to beat him in order to get the decision. But, yeah, I'm going to answer that in this video. So, boxing is a mental game. So, Caleb Plant, we see his mental. He's really confident. A lot of fighters have been confident before and got beat. But, it plays a big role. You could tell he's really confident. He believes in himself. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He's saying, I'm going to go win. That's what you like to see out of the competition, out of the underdog. The underdog doesn't care what people think about him. He's not trying to get under Canelo's skin. He's just so confident in himself. With Billy Joe Saunders, you could say he's a confident guy too. But with his trash talk, it was more like, let me try to get under Canelo's skin. Let me try to annoy him like a little 5-year-old kid or something. He's using that method. But Caleb Plant's more like, this is my ring and I'm going to dominate it. So the mindset, that plays a big role. And yeah, it's more than just mindset, but the mindset plays a big role. These guys all have skills. So when you have a strong mindset, that really gives you a big advantage as well. So I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Caleb Plant is not knocking Canelo out. It's not because I think Caleb Plant doesn't have power. It's because we've seen over time that Canelo has a really strong chin and he can take those big punches. But you know what? You can beat Canelo. I've seen Canelo get outboxed. I've seen Canelo lose lots of rounds. This is how you have to fight him. You have to fight him on the outside. You have to fight him on the outside. It doesn't matter what the fans say, what the critics say. They're going to say, oh, he was running the whole fight. Then screw it. Run the whole fight. If that's how you have to beat him. But it's not running. You have to keep this fight on the outside. You need to land them shots, get out of range, stay out of the range, because Canelo will land those hard power shots, and you don't want to get caught by those in the late rounds. And, he gets tired sometimes too, Canelo Alvarez, so I think Caleb Plant does have the better cardio. So I think if he takes advantages of those moments, like really go at him when he's tired, but still play it smart, you can use that at your advantage too. And, I say Canelo's a slow starter. He loses a couple rounds in the beginning, and then he usually lands like the big power shot later. So you really got to take advantage of that slow start in the beginning. And when it gets later and later in the rounds, just make sure your head's in the right place. Keep playing it safe. Don't try to do anything crazy. Keep boxing smart. You got to just keep getting in and getting out. And try not to get hit by them big uppercuts or a big body shot. And just stay out of range. Make him chase you down. Tire him out. Now, I already know what you guys are going to say. Triple G was fighting him on the inside, and he almost beat him. Well, guess what? Triple G got a draw. I thought he won the first fight too, but they didn't give it to him. So you really got to base it off them fights. Like boxing, you have to really play it smart. Triple G, it looked like he won the first fight to many people, but they called it a draw. So you can't fight that way again, because when you're on the inside, a lot of inside fighters make fights really close. That's why you see Sean Porter always in split decisions, because he's in the inside. So that means both guys are getting hit a lot, and so it looks really close to the judges. So you gotta beat him like Mayweather did. You gotta make it clean. You gotta give him a boxing lesson. You're gonna say they're gonna rob him in the decision. If you beat him the way Mayweather beat him, they cannot rob you, because it was so blatantly obvious that he took him to school. You gotta land the punches and not get hit. You gotta hit him and not get hit. You gotta school this guy and make him look like he's an amateur, not a pro. And it's easier said than done, but if you keep this fight on the outside as best you can, you just have to outbox a guy and really, really outbox him and make it clear to the judges that you are winning every round, and just school them. And so even if the judges did rob you, one of them judges are getting fired. You got to make it that obvious that you're beating them. And that's what you got to do to beat Canelo. And I'm going back to the mental game. Now, Canelo, we have to be honest. He's getting a little cocky and arrogant. And you have to notice this. He thinks he's on top of the world because, they make him feel like he's on the top of the world. I don't blame him. He's boxing well. They're saying he's pound for pound king. He's untouchable. They're making him feel like a king. They're making him feel unstoppable. That gets in people's heads sometimes. I really do think he's overlooking Caleb Plant. He really thinks Caleb Plant's just about to get knocked out easily, and he's going to let him take that undisputed and all the belts. But, Caleb Plant's really coming to fight. It's from two different mindsets. Caleb Plant's coming to destroy this guy, and Canelo says, I'm already king. There's going to be another day, another easy work for me, you can't think like that, I think he's became a little cockier, and that can affect Canelo Alvarez. And I think he's taking this fight a little too personal, and there's nothing wrong with that. But, I think Caleb Plant has got under his skin, even though Caleb Plant's goal wasn't to do that. But when he was talking about the drug testing, calling him a cheater for the clenbuterol, That really got under Canelo Alvarez's skin. He might fight a little emotional in there. So if he does do that, that will obviously not be good. But I think he's a pro. He'll stay focused. He'll stay fine. But one thing I will say is he is overlooking Caleb Plant, and I think he thinks he's gonna easily beat him. But he's in for a surprise. I mean, we see Lara, Daniel Jacobs had success against him. Even American's hand speed troubled Alvarez. We've seen that he's had trouble against other fighters. So, I'm sure Caleb Plant's studying the film. He's a hungry lion, and he's coming for that undisputed. And he's gonna do everything it takes. And if he does everything right, I mean, Canelo can be beat, and we've seen it before. We've seen him get beat, and we know he can be beat, and he's still beatable to this day. So I'm not saying Canelo Alvarez can't win, but I'm saying Caleb Plant definitely has a chance to win this fight. I just have this crazy feeling that Caleb Plant's about to upset Canelo Alvarez, and then they're gonna say Caleb Plant was running the whole fight. And I already know. I have a feeling. I just have this weird feeling Caleb Plant's about to win. I'm gonna watch the fight and then wake up in the morning. I'm gonna see on Bleacher Report posted on Instagram. Oh, Caleb Plant pulls the upset. I could just feel it happening. But either way, I just want to see a good fight. At the end of the day, it's just boxing. Some of the fans make it too personal, but it's just a sport at the end of the day. Let's hope we get a good fight. But USA baby all the way. So on November 6th, I'm rooting for Caleb Plant. But whatever happens, happens. I'm hoping for a good fight. If you enjoyed the videos and all my content, hit the like, hit the subscribe, share the video. It's your boy JPJ the Great, and I'm checking out. Peace.